Welcome to Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes with your host Bert Laporte, Damian Monte Carlo, and Angry Mike D. Alright, sit back and enjoy the ride as they talk about all things that rock and other useless knowledge you don't care about. And remember, every asshole has an opinion. This is theirs. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
All right, we're back. Another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. This one we're doing it's a dangerous episode, dangerous album battle. So
very dangerous.
Danger versus Dangerous Toys versus Michael Jackson's Dangerous. I don't know where that one came from.
Mike D. It was a Mike D idea.
I said, why not?
That's a weird pick. So, yeah, basically how it works is rules of the game. The X means you got to, I don't know, Bert, you mentioned it. I can't read this.
Okay, so Michael Jackson's got 3 songs extra. So that's 3 songs that won't get picked. That's called a screw job when we play the game. So Michael Jackson gets screwed with 3 songs because there's 14 on Michael Jackson's album. There's 11 on the other 2 albums. So if it's a big song from that album, like say, for instance, if it's Black or White gets picked or whatever the fuck that's called, if that gets picked, it's screwed. So that could actually, handicap it. And the other handicap is that Steve, who couldn't make it tonight, but Steve brought up that Danger is probably the least likely to win this battle. So the handicap is you have to pick at least one Danger song.
I gotta be honest with you. I think all my picks are probably going to be Danger because I know that album better than the other 2. So,
well, my condolences. So yeah, that's the way we do it. Everything was randomly picked. I did it ahead of time just so we wouldn't need up a half an hour of spinning the wheel, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but it's not first song versus first song. It's how it was randomly picked. So that always makes it fun. So before we start getting into that, we're going to talk a little bit about the Circus Hearts. We got Joe Berklin, as I know him, JoJo from the Circus Hearts, drummer for Circus Hearts. So got to talk to him a little bit because if I don't talk to him, he's going to get bitched by Hernico. Yeah. Hernico's going to break his balls. How come you didn't talk about the Circus Hearts? Come on. So,
he doesn't even know I'm on this show. So
he'll find out. He's got you monitored somewhere.
He does, actually.
So we will bring Chris on for an episode, too, because he was pretty amusing. So
we'll have to bring air tag on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, him and his air tags.
Why Mike, I think, is taking a piss break. We're going to get in a little talking. So, Joe.
Yeah.
You guys are back in the studio working on the second record, right?
Yes, sir. We just finished up the 2 songs, actually. I think they should be getting mixed soon.
Nice.
Hopefully it's in the process of being mixed.
Recording at the same place you recorded the last album, right?
Yep. Barn Sounds.
With Derek?
With Mr. Derek. Yeah. Yep. We take that drive. It's peaceful.
It's a long drive.
It is. It's a very long drive.
Yeah. So you did. What are the 2 songs?
Honey Don't and Why Should the Devil Have All the Fun?
Cool. And I heard some. I heard some stuff before it was mixed, and it sounds good already. So
yeah, I have to send it to you. I got to get your input.
Yeah. I do the same. With you. Yeah, so looking forward to the next why can't I say Circus Hearts?
Circle Hearts.
I fuck up the English dictionary every fucking
the dictionary English? Yeah. You did, oh, yeah.
I'm like a retard. But so I fuck it all up, man. Damien usually corrects me.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I'm not sure if that's it. Well, it sounds way better than what I just said.
Reads the Oxford Dictionary.
David's too tired to
yeah, man. So how many songs you looking to
go today?
Yeah. How many songs you looking to do?
Man, I don't know, 8 or 10, hopefully, if we can bust them out. We got we probably got about 6 we should probably start working on soon. So trying to figure out a date to start getting in a room and finishing up. So which is cool is Chris Peace has now contributed to writing. So
nice.
There'll probably be a few of his songs on there.
And
So
Chris
it's pretty
plays
cool.
Chris plays every instrument pretty much too.
Yeah, except for drums, thank God.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays pretty much everything, that guy.
So, do you guys got any gigs or anything coming up?
No, nothing.
Nothing right now.
We had a pop-up gig with Cream Circus
Oh, cool.
at what's it, 118 North. So they gave us a call. So that was our most recent gig.
Nice, nice.
Nothing lined up now. Summer's rolling around, so people got to get their tan.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Summer's tough, but that's
Yeah.
good. The wintertime, you guys will be ready. Hopefully, have a couple more songs going, and you start putting
Yeah.
some singles out.
Yeah, Honey Don't will be the first single, and
Okay.
hopefully we'll have a video to follow up with that.
What do you
For
think?
that one.
What do you think? Maybe like July-ish for the
Oh
first
man, I would hope it was like tomorrow.
single?
Where are we in June? I'm hoping
Yeah.
soon, hopefully in a couple weeks. I'm hoping anyway. So
Cool.
I haven't really talked to anybody as far as where we're at. I know everything's done, so we just got to get it mixed. So I'm my understanding that he's working on it now. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be done soon, and
Cool.
we'll get something out there.
And where can we find all the information for the Circus Arts?
All over Bandcamp, Facebook, I guess Instagram, which I'm not on. Spotify's of the world and iTunes, just like you guys.
Yeah.
We're following your footsteps.
Oh, yeah. Well,
We're going.
you're going left
We're gonna-
instead of right.
You're going to get lost.
Yeah. It's a hell of a
Yeah.
circle. It's a hell of a circle you go in.
Circle hearts. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody, check out the Circus Hearts. Awesome. I mean, that first record's really, really good, man. And I heard the tunes are starting off this next record, and really good stuff. And I heard them from the beginning when Joe was starting to write and Chris was starting to write. So I was hearing, the first two songs I heard as they were kind of being made, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, and we played them live a couple times too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yep.
they have they've changed along the way.
Which I really want you guys to record a live record. I think that's where the magic is for you guys.
Yeah.
The video or something.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish that Harris tape, because you were so good at Harris. I wish that was taped.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had the plan. We had plan on taping it, but we forgot to give the hard drive or whatever it is
Who-
to,
no, who-
to
who-
the sound guy.
Who forgot to give the hard drive to the sound
I forgot to remind Chris.
guy?
To
Got to get you, Chris.
Chris can't do everything, so
True.
I should have reminded him, but no one reminded me.
Cool. So check out the Circus Hearts on Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. They're all over Bandcamp, and check out their record that's out right now. It's a Stitcher 2, I
A
believe.
stitch or two.
A
Yep.
Stitcher 2. So checked it out. New stuff coming soon this summer from them. And Joe Berklin, are you ready to get dangerous?
Yes.
So, from the brain of Mike D, as we do the album battles, angry Mike D comes up with, let's do a danger one. I'm like, a danger one. He's like, yep. He said, Danger, Danger versus Dangerous Toys and Michael Jackson's album, Dangerous. I said, Damien's going to absolutely love this. Damien went, huh?
I think I said the same thing. I went,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah.
So the way we do it, we go through all 11 tracks, how they were randomly picked, put them against each other, and then we just, pick the one we like and maybe give a little tidbit about it. So we're going to start off. There's 11 rounds. We're going to start off with the first round. First round going into the Peter Chris Cup, Danger, Danger. Paul
Is it Peter
Stanley?
Chris or is it?
It's Eric Singer. It's Eric
Come
Singer.
on.
It is Eric
Oh,
Singer.
nice. Yeah, I know.
I'm like a
Come on.
Walmart T-shirt. Getting it wrong. Paul Stanley's going to represent the Dangerous Toys, and Shane Timmons going to represent Michael Jackson. So here we go. Round one. Danger, Danger. Under the Gun. Dangerous Toys. Teasing, Pleasing. Michael Jackson's Dangerous. Can't Let Her Get Away. We're going to start off with you, Berklin. What do you got first? What's your pick?
I'm picking Dangerous Toys on that one.
A little Teasing, Pleasing.
Teasing, pleasing. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You mixed them up already. Okay, so I'm looking at the I'm looking at the sheet you emailed. Okay, so you did it already.
Yep.
It's not like one versus one or
Right. No, I already did. I already
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it. So it's
Okay.
the safe time. Yep.
yeah.
So, Damo,
Yeah, I'm doing the same. Teasing,
Teasing,
pleasing.
Pleasing.
That's yeah, it's a stupid fun song.
Yes.
Shadows Fall did that. The Thrash.
Really?
Yeah, they did a cover of that.
The dude with the dude with the long dreadlocks, that guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
gotta check it out.
It was like a B-side. They did it like 15
Do they
years
do all
ago.
the do they do all the tempo changes too in that?
They did the whole fucking.
It,
It's probably-
changes 4 times.
was
tempo.
it was a faithful
Okay.
cover of it. Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
like even try to make it their own.
Oh, okay.
But
All
I
right.
always like that song.
Yeah.
I'll have to
me
check that
too.
out. Shadows Fall doing Teasing Pleasing. Yeah, check that out. Mike D.
Easy one, teasing, pleasing, man. Fun song.
Teasing
Yeah.
Pleasing.
That's why I bought the album.
Yep.
I only listened to it once.
Yeah, I like this album.
Yeah, me too. I
Okay.
do like that. Actually, my score don't represent how much I like it. I like it more than what my scores represent. Yeah, Teasing Pleasing. Dangerous Toys. That's a sweep. That's a
Yes.
sweep. All right, guys. Round 2. Danger, Danger. Turn it on. Dangerous Toys. Outlaw. Michael Jackson in the closet. What do you got? What do you got, JoJo?
Oh man, I don't know about this one. This is tough. I was gonna go with Michael Jackson on this one, just because he says she wants to give it. Listen to it. In the closet. I don't know if it's an oxymoron or what. But whatever.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going with that one.
Michael Jackson gets a chip.
Yes,
This could get
yes.
interesting.
Yeah.
Damiano.
I'm going Outlaw. Dangerous Toy. That's a pretty good tune.
Mike D.
Yeah, outlaw, man.
I
Uh-oh.
also am going for Outlaw. That's a good tune.
That was, I mean, I had that at like number 3.
Coming in, round 3. Danger, Danger. Turn it on. Dangerous Toys. Bones in the Gutter. Michael Jackson, Dangerous. What do you got, Berkeley?
I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson again on that one.
Wow. MJ.
Yeah.
All right, look at this. Dame, what you got?
I'm going to go
Yeah.
Saturday
Oh.
night.
Going a little Danger. Here you go.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. That's the best
Wow.
part of the song. They go hoo hoo. And it-
Mike D.
I am going to go with this time Dangerous Toys.
oh,
There you go.
Bones in the Gutter. It's
Bones
actually
in
a
the
cool
Gutter.
song. I like that.
I love that song. I also am going with Bones in the Gutter. I really like that song.
that's a Guns N' Roses song.
It sounds like it, yeah. Bones in the Gutter. Word to your mother. All right. Round 4. Danger, Don't Walk Away. Dangerous Toys, 10 Boots. Michael Jackson, Who Is It? What do you got, Joe?
I'm going Danger on this one.
Wow, all right.
It reminds me of like a Bad English song. Something
This is gonna
Bad
this,
English with the
this is gonna be closer than I thought.
yeah.
Yeah. Damiano.
I'm going with Dangerous Toys on this one.
10 boots for Dangerous
10
Toys.
boots.
Mike D.
Yeah, I gotta go with Dangerous Toys again on this one, man. Like I think that's my problem with Danger is like, yeah, they sounded like Bad English on this one. Like
Yeah,
every song
yeah.
they sound like somebody else. It's
Bon
like,
Jovi. 10 boots. Hee-haw!
You went with who'd you go with? Dangerous Toys, Mike?
Dangerous Toys, yep.
All right. I'm going to go with Michael Jackson on this one.
Oh shit.
Yeah. How about that?
How about that?
How about that? That's a lot going on this round.
Damn.
Yeah, man. All right. We're going to round 5. Danger, One Step from Paradise. Dangerous Toys, That Dog. Michael Jackson, Given to Me. What do you got, Joe?
Oh man, I don't know. One Step from Paradise. Danger.
Wow, going with the Danger.
Yeah, listen, it's a slow song, so it's not
Yeah.
bad. It's a little something different.
Damiano.
I am going with Michael Jackson. Given to Me. That's a pretty good song.
Michael Jackson, give
Pretty
it to
rocking
me.
song, I think.
Mike D.
Wacko Jacko.
I originally was going to go with Dangerous Toys on this one, and I like that song, That Dog. It's a really cool song, and I have to give Michael Jackson something. I feel, and if I'm going to give him a song, it's going to be this one. I don't know how I kind of missed it the first time listening to it, but actually a pretty cool song. So we're going to go with Given to Me.
I would say I thought the Michael Jackson record as a whole was the worst one out of the three, believe it or not. But this is the best song out of probably all of them. So
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
What'd you have that rated? Like 8?
8. That was an 8 for me. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Okay. Round 6. Danger, Danger. Live It Up. Dangerous Toys. Sport and a Woody. Michael Jackson. Heal the World. What you got, Joe?
Heal the World.
Oh, Michael
Heal the World.
Jackson. That's an upset,
Yes,
I think.
I can't.
That must
Not
be an
sporting a
upset.
Woody. Yeah, I like Michael Jackson sporting a Woody.
Wacko, we say Wacko Jacko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacko for
for the point. Yeah. What do you got there, Damo?
I can't go Wacko Jacko because that's I fucking hate that song. I hate that song.
It is a pretty bad song.
That's the Free Willy song.
It is the Free Willy. Yeah.
I'm definitely not picking that. I actually like Sport and Woody. That's a funny song, so I'll go with that.
Dangerous Toys. Mike D.
The matureness in me would say, let's go Live It Up. But the immaturity in me says, let's go with Sport and a Woody.
Well, to keep it that way,
Come on.
that's where my head's at. Let's Sport and a Woody.
Jeez. Come on, heal the world.
You're like, that's the Free Willy song. Bad.
Free Willy.
Round 7. Danger, Danger. Boys will be boys. Dangerous Toys. Queen of the Nile. Michael Jackson. Black or White. JoJo, what you got?
Black or white? I'm going Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Damiano.
I am going with Danger.
Wow, Danger Dance is going to be fucking closer than I thought, man.
Boys will be boys.
Wow, and sometimes girls.
Yeah.
Mike D.
Queen of the Nile is just such a cool song, man. I'm going with Dangerous Toys again.
Dangerous Toys. I agree. Queen of the Nile, I think, is a really good song. I'm going Dangerous Toys.
I was
All
going
right.
to pick that, but I figured, come on, you can't bypass Mike on. It's black, white.
Went with the hit.
But wait, I like the
want to-
beginning of the song better with the kid in the room listening to the rock.
I
song.
know.
And his father's yelling at him. He's like, well, I'll show you. And he sticks on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, don't
You gotta
show
put some
me.
Slayer on, buddy.
Every Michael Jackson song starts with some interlude, and Danger does it too.
Yeah.
There's like interludes to all the songs.
Yep.
Something's going on.
All right. Round 8. Danger, Danger. Bang, bang. Dangerous Toys. Scared. Michael Jackson. Gone too soon. What do you got, JoJo?
Bang bang all day.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Danger,
yeah.
Danger.
Yeah. Listen, some of that sappy, that.
Yeah, I got you.
These are songs that I would have written back then. I can tell you that right now. You know what I mean?
Sure. Damiano?
Well, 2 out of 3 are extremely tough for me. This is a tough one. Because Scared is my favorite Dangerous Toys song, but man, fucking Bang Bang, man. That's catchy.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, listen, I had Scared at number 7. I had that higher than all
All the other ones.
the rest of them, the other
Yeah.
ones. But I was just like,
Yeah, I'm with Joe.
Bang bang.
I'm going to go Bang Bang.
Wow.
Bang,
Listen, I never would have thought this. Bang, bang.
Bang, Bang bang.
All right, Mike D, what you got?
I mean, how can I go against Scared?
It's a good
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
I like Scared. I actually like the way the song kicks in. It's right in. Bang. It's
Listen, I like when
Dangerous
they go,
Toys.
man, I really think I like being scared. Like that's a tongue twister, man. Like that
Yeah.
whole, that second part of the chorus is I really think I
Yeah.
like think. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I really think that I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I like being scared. I mean, it's a good song, you know.
Yeah.
But I
Funny.
tell you what, it's probably one of the songs I listen to the most.
That's funny.
You know, I go
Yeah.
back and repeat it.
Round 9. Danger, Danger, Rock America. Dangerous Toys, Feels Like a Hammer. Michael Jackson, She Drives Me Wild. What you got, JoJo?
Oh man, I'm going Michael. I'm
Michael
all about
Jackson.
it. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting more than I thought, man.
Oh, this might be close.
Because
Yeah.
I like the whole, I like dancing. So it was like,
Were you dancing when you were listening to this?
I
Sure,
was.
absolutely.
I want to know if he was moonwalking,
Oh, I can moonwalk. I can
Listen.
pop. I can
crotch
pick,
grabbing.
I ruined Joe's weekend by him listening to these three albums.
Oh, kill my whole vibe, especially today. I got go-tos when I'm like working around the apartment and stuff.
Not today.
Not today. I'm hearing bang, bang. Black or white. Yes, yeah.
Damiano, what you got?
Kill the vibe.
Damn, man. I didn't really think I was going to pick all these Danger songs, but I'm going with Rock America, man.
Wow.
That's a total Bon Jovi song, man. I'm going.
Wow.
Absolutely. They should have called it something different, and I would have picked it. Like Rock America. If they had called something completely different and had a different title, sang something about something, it would have been a better song for me.
Mike D.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, this is another easy one. Feels Like a Hammer. It's just a cool song. That whole album for me, I really like. Dangerous Toys.
It's a lot better than I remember.
It actually, I don't know. I'm going to say it holds up.
Yeah. Yep. For me, I'm going with Dangerous Toys. Feels Like a Hammer is probably my second favorite song on the record, so I'm going with that one. Coming in at round 10, Naughty Naughty. From Danger, Dangerous Toys, Take Me Drunk. Michael Jackson, Keep the Faith. What you got there, JoJo?
Danger. All day.
We got one for Danger. Damiano.
Gotta go Danger, man. Naughty. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Danger.
Naughty.
Yeah, Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say though, Danger. They like to repeat themselves a lot.
Bang, naughty,
Bang,
danger.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah.
But I'm
That's a
gonna
good
say,
pickup.
Yeah.
Take Me Drunk's probably the worst song off of Dangerous
Yes.
Toys album.
Oh.
It really reminds me of like a bad Van Halen song.
Yeah.
I'm going with Naughty on this one. Michael Jackson.
Naughty.
I couldn't take that song either.
Keep the faith.
I gotta say, a sweep for Danger.
No way.
Naughty. Yeah,
No
man.
way.
Wow.
All right, so we're heading to the last round, then we'll get some final thoughts as I count up the chips. Last round, here we go. Danger, feels like love. Dangerous Toys, Here Comes Trouble. Michael Jackson, Jam. We're gonna go you first, Joe. What you got?
I mean, I was going to pick Jam, but I think I picked too much Michael Jackson this round. This one. I'll go with Danger.
Feels like love. Danger.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Trickster song.
I can see that.
Is that a good thing? I don't know.
I like that Trickster album.
Actually, when it came out, I kind of liked it, but I don't know. I can't go back. I listened to it again. Couldn't do it.
Can't go back.
That's
Can't go back. Damian.
Well, I'm going with MJ on this one. A little bit of Jam.
Oh, a little Michael Jackson.
I was going to go that. That's higher than the Danger too for me.
Yeah.
Mike D.
Here Comes Trouble.
Here Comes Trouble. Dangerous Toys from Mike D. And I'm going to say, Here Comes Trouble. It's kicked them both out slightly, but Dangerous Toys. So I'm going to count these ships up in a second. Let's give your final thoughts. What's your thoughts on these three records, Joe Berkeley?
Danger. Produced pretty well. Too many keys, too many synth things going on. It strikes more of a nerve. I mean, I don't know. Dangerous Toys, it's more,
Metal.
rootsy metal, Danger just got, I don't know what they were trying to do. And Michael
Jovi?
Jackson. Yeah, Bon Jovi all day. I think I wrote that down like 9 times,
Yeah.
especially Under the Gun. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, that's Bon Jovi's first album right there. Um, yeah, Michael, I was at because I've never really listened to that album all the way through. I wasn't really impressed with it.
Right.
I thought there'd be more
hmm
there'll be more hits on it.
Yeah. Right.
But there really wasn't. But it's it's Michael Jackson. If you want to dance, you get up and
Yeah. Looking at that song list, the Michael Jackson song list, it was like,
Yeah.
I thought there was more
so did I.
hits on this one, but
Yeah. They just overplayed that Black and White song.
Black and White, Heal the World, that Free Willy. God damn, that song was all over the fucking place.
I know.
I fucking hated it then. I hate it now.
Yep.
I think
Dame.
that's probably why I picked it.
What's your
Yeah.
final thoughts?
I was never like a huge Danger or Dangerous Toys fan. There's definitely some songs that stick out that I really liked, but yeah, the Danger is total Bon Jovi sounding,
Yeah.
like 80s Bon Jovi, and Dangerous Toys were a little bit heavier, I thought, but also sort of like they had that Van Halen kind of tongue in cheek kind of stuff. Like, I mean, Sporting the Woody. I mean, how could you take that song? It could be a Weird Al song if you ask me.
I wouldn't want to see
and the
that.
Michael Jackson, yeah, like I said, it wasn't that many hits as I remember. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Songs.
Mike D.
Yeah, man. I had the Danger album. I bought it at the special at, I think it was like Wall to Wall Sound and Video. And they have, if you don't like it, you can bring it back within a week. That thing was back in 45 minutes. Yeah, I didn't like that album at all, and I still really don't like it. I will say, I do appreciate the production on it, but song-wise, just didn't do it for me. Dangerous Toys, it's just scrappy, man. It's just like it's almost on the, like, it just has that scrappy rock and roll feel to it more than, almost like, and I'm giving a bad example, like a Guns N' Roses feel, but
right.
And the Michael Jackson one was pretty damn bad. I never heard this one before. Wow. I mean, and I like a lot of Michael Jackson stuff.
He should have called it bad.
Yeah, really. I mean, this one just, pretty darn bad.
It was Danger.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Okay, for me, my final thoughts are the Danger record, super polished. I mean, it sounds good. But it sounds like every cookie cutter thing that was coming out at the time. Just so watered down. The guitar playing's great on it. The musicians are really good on it. Some cool key stuff are in there, but a little overdone.
I feel the songwriting.
Yeah. Well, it was at the time, but it was at the end of the time. When this came out, I was tired of the sound.
But do you remember the time?
Yeah, I remember the time. Yeah, and it's funny. I have a similar story to Mike, where I worked at Strawberries Records, and we used to get promos of cassettes and CDs when they came in, and I had to promo the Danger, and we all had to take turns of, because the three of us all that worked there all like the same music, which sucked. So we had to take turns of who got what, unless somebody really liked it a lot. So it was my turn. I got the Danger record, and I brought it back. I gave it back away. It just wasn't my thing, So I was tired of the sound by then. I was moving on to probably a little heavier stuff. The Dangerous Toys record, just a gritty rock and roll record with lots of attitude. Not every song's great, but it's great as a whole listen. I like listening to the whole thing, if that makes any sense. But I still enjoy this record to this day. Like I said, my scores don't reflect how much I like the record. I like the record more than what I gave for scores. Michael Jackson, Dangerous, with the exception of Give In To Me, which kind of, it's a good song. It is a good song. And it reminds me of Billie Jean, but not as good as Billie Jean. This record really, besides that, does nothing for me. The Danger album for me scored higher, which I never would have thought that. So as we're wrapping up here, I want to give your totals. Coming in last place with 10 points, Michael Jackson, Danger. Coming in second place, Danger with 12 points. Coming in first place, Dangerous Toys with 22 points. So Dangerous Toys takes the album battle, but I got to say, Danger scored a lot more points than I expected. And Michael Jackson
same thing.
got the lowest.
Steve thought what, 0 points?
Steve probably would have went with. I would say Steve would have went with Dangerous Toys probably.
No, but he said what? That nobody's going to.
What's
give
that?
any points to.
He says nobody's going to pick Danger.
We didn't think anybody was going to pick any Danger, so we put in the force. You have to at
Really?
least pick one, and there was 12 picked, which was a good surprise. You know, so it's not a bad record. It's just not a record for me.
Not for me.
It's not for me.
It's definitely a producer's album.
Oh, it's produced well.
That's all it is. Yeah, but it's more of like, the producer's like, let me see what I can do with these songs.
Yeah. By
and
the
with this band.
time that came out, it was probably you had the Nelsons and all that stuff come out at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet? How late was
This was 89. Nelson was 91.
Was it that late?
Yep.
Wow, and they still had hits on that record.
Wow.
The Nelson Band. They did have
Yeah.
at least two hits, right?
Oh, that was a good album.
Yeah,
It was
Nelson
different.
got in right at the fucking 10.
Was it Love and Affection or something like that? What was
Yeah,
that?
that was a big
Yeah.
song.
Yep.
That was a big
I
song.
can give you all your love and affection.
I don't know if they're going to make an episode, but so
What the hell was the other song? And I think that was the big one. I can't remember.
there was another one. There was another one.
Yeah.
Here she comes tonight.
Look at
That's Love and Affection. I think.
Here she comes.
What the fuck is the other one? They had like 2 monster hits. I can't remember.
Something rain. Was it something?
Oh
After
yeah,
the
yeah.
rain,
After the
yeah.
rain, Joe.
After the
Yeah.
rain.
After
listen-
the rain.
Yes. Dude, I had the album, man. I listened to that.
Guess what?
Amy-
I had the CD. I ain't gonna lie. I had it.
You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't have
didn't.
the CD, and I liked a lot of that stuff.
Wow.
I had it.
I didn't like the color scheme, the fucking pink and
No,
the,
the-
and
the
the
blue.
and the blue. I
It
couldn't
was
do
the
it.
blue. It was their hair real though? I guess it was, right?
I don't know.
Extension.
Probably
I
not.
bet you extensions.
Yeah.
Listen, they didn't look good in that. They should have they only, grew their hair out or just because of the time.
Sure.
But they should have just kept that shit short or shaved it. If you're looking at the image.
You remember the time?
No, I was hoping. My wife's funny. She's like, "Who did you pick?" I said, "I picked Dangerous Toys." She's like, "I love that record." She's like, "But you didn't pick Remember the Time?" I was like, "Are you fucking nuts? Are you?" And the Free Willy song. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah! But it was in Free Willy. I don't give a fuck if it was in Rocky. You know what I mean?
I only picked it because it's more familiar to me than the other one.
Listen,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, besides a couple hit songs here and there, I don't think Michael Jackson hit the mark since Bad. I think that was his last really good record. The 3 records in a row, you had Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Them 3 were pretty good.
Yeah.
After that, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, that's when it started coming down.
Yeah. Like, what was that when the Jacksons got together? Torture! You remember that song? It's torture! Remember the video all spaced out? Torture!
What was the one with what's it? Annie, you okay? What the hell was that song?
Smooth Criminal. That was on Bad. That was on
Was that on
Bad.
Bad? That was on Bad?
Are you walking?
That's a great fucking song.
I thought that was after Bad for some reason.
No, that was on Bad. Bad.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it was on Bad.
Wasn't that Moonwalker? What's Moonwalker or something?
Moonwalker's like a movie. Smooth Criminal. Yeah, Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, it was all
You
Bad.
had Dirty Diana, which is a fucking fantastic song. Yeah, he had some really good stuff. But you had the guitar in there. It's kind of like when Janet Jackson did Black Cat. It's a great song. It's a great song. So who would have thought that we would have mentioned Nelson on this
about
podcast? You never know. It could be happening. We're
We
going
might
to
have to do a Nelson battle one day.
We might have to do a family battle. We're just bands, that were family that are in bands together. Maybe that'll be an episode.
We'll
that
do
would be
Nelson
cool.
versus Harry Nelson.
There's no comparison on that one.
So it's like we could do that. I think we should do, brothers or any family members in their band. We could do that all in the family, episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Space Hog. Got the Crows.
You got the Crows, Space
The
Hog,
Kinks,
Nelson.
the Kinks.
There's a ton of them.
The Nelson. Yeah.
Here's a
Yeah.
ton of them. So,
Oasis.
oh right, exactly. Circus Hearts. Check them out online. Check them out on Spotify. They got something new coming out. Single coming out, early summer. Record probably early next year. Hopefully sooner. And that's what we got. Circus Hearts. We're Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. Thank you, Joe Berkland, JoJo, for coming on.
That's what we got.
That's what we got. We'll see you next week, sucker.
You got what I need.